All right, what's going on, guys? So this video is going to be a follow-up of the Telegraphs video, where we're going to talk about mechanics that have obvious telegraphs, but you can't just move away from it or use resonance. You have to use some other combination of defenses in order to actually survive it. For that, we are going to be using our Glacier. Now, we have to do hard mode because I can't demonstrate how the frost cannon works in hard mode because it stuns you and it hits 3 times in hard mode. It doesn't do that in normal mode. So we're gonna do some hard mode, and once I get a frost cannon, we'll explore some ways to deal with it. Okay, so this is the frost cannon mechanic in hard mode. So we're just gonna soul split and see what happens. So 1, it did 10,000 damage, which is a lot. But 2, it also stuns you. We didn't see the stun because I died, but trust me, it stuns you. So, okay. 1, we know it does magic damage, and 2, we know it stuns us. So now we'll go in again and we'll try something else. Okay, so now we know it stuns us and that it does magic damage, so I'm going to anticipate here and put on Protect Magic. Okay, so it did 6,000 damage and it hit an additional time. So again, I know it hits three times, but you guys don't know that. So the point of this is to explore how we can use telegraphs. So because it hits so high, even through our prayer, we could theoretically use resonance on the second hit, but that is very hard to time. So instead of that, we're just going to forego the resonance option entirely, at least for now. So let's try using Reflect and see if that helps. Okay, so we're back at Frost Cannon, so let's anticipate and let's Reflect and see what happens here. Okay, so even through Reflect, we almost died. That's fine, but there's probably a more elegant solution to this. For instance, we could Reflect Debilitate, but that's using 2 different abilities in order to deal with it. So this is just a lot of damage. So this time we're going to try Barricade, because Barricade is 1 ability and we won't take any damage, right? So Barricade should be really good for this ability. So let's try Barricade. Okay, so now we're here. We're going to try Barricade this time. So Barricade's a good option. The only issue with Barricade is that it used 80% of my adrenaline. This number for you guys could be 90% or 100%, but that's a lot of adrenaline, and it's going to dramatically reduce how much damage we do. So the last one, which we haven't tried yet, is Devotion. So we'll try Devotion, because that prevents all damage of a certain type. So, and it's 1 ability. So for abilities like the Frost Cannon, it should be a threshold version of Barricade. So we'll try that one next. Okay, so now we're at this mechanic again. So we're going to try using Devotion, and we'll see what happens here. So we use Devotion, and we're in 2 abilities. We're instantly back up to 100 adrenaline, and it dodged all the damage just like a Barricade would. Consequently, it seems like Devotion's the best thing to use here. It was a lot of magic damage, and because it was all the same style, we can just use Devotion, use our Anticipate to prevent the stun, and we're in good shape. Now, a lot of the information in this video may seem really basic, and it might seem like I just died a whole bunch of times for no reason, just so I could show, oh, use Devotion to our Glacier. But I think the bigger takeaway should be that every mechanic has a solution, and if you can't just use resonance, then you want to try different things in a certain order to make sure that you're using the best option. For instance, let's say that Frost Cannon, instead of hitting 3 times and doing 6,000 through prayer, it hit 5 times and did 2,000 through prayer. Now Reflect seems like a way better option, because sure, it'll still do 5,000 damage to you, but 1, after that, you'll just be able to soul split and heal all of it back up, or just eat and heal all of it back up. But 2, your reflect will do a ton of damage to the boss. So it's actually better to just take the damage through reflect, because it'll speed up your kills by, 5,000 damage or however much your reflect is going to do. Alternatively, let's say that Frost Cannon did typeless damage, and it does the 6,000 damage per hit 3 different times. Now Barricade is basically the only option. You could reflect Debilitate, but then you run the risk of, 1, maybe you don't have full health, or you were really low before the mechanic, so you can't eat up to full health, or 2, you're so low after the mechanic's over, Glacior can just auto attack you and kill you, right? So now Barricade ends up being the best option. So ideally, this is how you start thinking about a lot of these mechanics, and later on, when we get into some of the more advanced concepts, problem solving will become a lot easier because you have all of the tools to actually solve the problem. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.